last week, or it was actually multiple weeks for me, but for you guys, it was last episode. That episode where Becky Starr was going on a bunch of rants and ranting, that started a bunch of drama in the group chat. Everybody was fighting, or sorry, it was more like everybody versus Becky except for Vanya. Vanya's like a sweet angel. High heavens. But basically everybody was hating on Becky for her stuff, and it went into a whole thing, and I'll admit, I went farther than I should have. Lavender definitely went farther than she should have. We're all good now, but it was insane.
No.
So last week happened. I was in the bottom, obviously. Do I agree with that bottom placement? Not really, and I feel like I kind of sound delusional when I say that, but I know I didn't do that good. I definitely feel like I could have done better, and I had a better idea. So yeah, but I honestly don't think I was one of the three worst. There are four people that did bad. Not did bad, but were underperformed last week. I think the person who did the worst was Zin. I'm sorry, girl. Then it was Pacifica. Also sorry, girl. And then I'm really sorry about this one. Lilith. I didn't really like hers. I think she was definitely the third worst of the week. And I kind of feel bad for saying that because since she's walked to the door, like I feel like everyone has been like on her ass. I'm pretty sure someone like first week said like, oh, she doesn't deserve to be here. And I was like, oh my god. But like I feel like that just should give her more of a reason, like show people that she deserves to be here. And right now she's not doing that with that runway. So I'm sorry, girl, but you were definitely third worst in my list, and I was definitely fourth worst. So I don't know how I was thrown to the bottom three and then like thrown straight to the bottom two, because I had none of my teammates were in the top two. So I really don't think I should have been in that bottom two. If there was a bottom four, could have been there, but there isn't. So, but I kind of get why Lex didn't put Lilith in the bottom three because that would have been so much more like confusing with the whole twist thing, with the winner of top two gets to save their partner. Well, I mean, she could have made like Vinqxe like pick who to save, but then that would have been obvious. Fucking Vinqxe would have picked Pacifica immediately. I really wish I wish I had a time machine so I could do a little bit better in the challenge so that Lex could not put me in the bottom. But I don't have a time machine, so that wasn't that funny. But anyways, so yeah.
Also, last week was like gag city when it came to drama. At this point, I'm not really a cliquey girl. I'm not really a drama girl. I'm not really want to be at other people's throats. So I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna have a good time on this season. I want to win. I'm gonna do my best to fucking win. And honestly, if anyone else doubts me, doesn't think I should be somewhere, thinks I should have been in the bottom when I shouldn't have, thinks I should have gone home, thinks I shouldn't be here, I honestly really don't care. I'm doing this for me, to have fun, to have a good time, showcase my art, and hopefully snatch a crown while I'm at it, bitch.
Well, we're here now. I'm still here. Teammates, not. The entirety of my team has gone home. So everybody else has all of their teammates except for me.
Excuse my appearance, but I'm making my confessionals, and it's like bedtime, but like it's fine. It is week 3. I'm pretty happy with myself thus far. First week was super cool, and then coming back the second week and doing as good as before, I'm like, oh, like I see my okay, like, oh, no, clock that T, clip. So I am pretty happy with myself. This week, I got to assign the groups because I did win last week. So I got to assign the groups to everyone. I got to kind of situate everything, which I'm really happy about. And yeah, I think I did a really good job at it.
Congratulations, Vin, once again on your win. It was well deserved. You ate that lip sync up. I fucking love that song. I wish I got to perform it with you, but the top 2 was very valid. I think it was fair. I think me being third was fair. Priscilla did a really great job. And then Vin, obviously, you did an amazing job as well. And so I think the judging thus far has been extremely fair and extremely valid. And so I'm loving the way this season is airing. The season's good. It's interesting to watch. I was a little bitchier than I would have liked to have been last week. And watching it back, I was like, oh, I said that. Oh, I said that. Yikes. But it was entertaining. It was a good-ass episode to watch, for sure. So, say what you will. It was good TV. I enjoyed it. Did I love seeing myself in that light? Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, I said what I said. And I apologized for what I said. And I did get met with a lot of negativity, which is to be expected. I kind of came at everybody first. So, of course, some of that energy was going to get directed back at me. I didn't expect the digs to be so personal, considering I was just critiquing a performance they submitted to be judged. But to each their own, people react differently. And it was never an attack on them as people. But, you know, like, I have so much love and respect for the entire cast. And I was just criticizing, you know, what was presented in the week 1 variety show. We're kind of we're said to talk about what happened last week. That's kind of the thing about confessionals. But, you know, I could have been a lot kinder in my delivery, and I'm aware of that. And I'm going to be working on how I say things and how things come across.
I wasn't super strategic with how I did it. I kind of was just... No, that's such a lie. No, it wasn't like... Okay, here's that. Me and Pacifica... I assigned them, but me and Pacifica both kind of did it. But we kind of assigned everything to what people might not be the best at. So, like... I think we gave romance to Priscilla. She was gonna turn anyways, because she's creative like that. But, like, you know, romance by herself, that could be a little challenging for someone if they're not the best at that. Like, coming up with stuff. And then I think we gave Rebecca's group's, like, mystery, which, I mean, that was just, like, a throwaway because we didn't have anyone for that yet. Then we gave fantasy to Lavender's group with, like, D and Cabaretta because, I don't know, I feel like they would have wanted to do something like Bimboey or Hoey, and I think they went that way anyways. But yeah, I kind of wanted to see if they could still do it. And then we got horror. 1, because there's so many good things you can do with that, and 2, Lex really likes horror. They play a lot of their drag off of that, so yeah, why not do it?
So Vin assigned the groups their genres this week, and we picked horror, so I'm excited to work on it with my sister Lilith and my sister Vin. I think we're gonna turn it out this week. I really love horror movies, so I'm gonna try my best to kind of implement some of the stuff in it. I do edit a lot, so this will be one of my expertises, is editing the film.
So this week we're doing horror skits, and I'm the villain, bitch! Yeah, I said that right, I'm the villain! Yeah, so I'm doing a horror skit with my teammates this week. We're doing a skit called Come Over, I believe. I will say, shout out to Pacifica and Vin. They did the brute work of writing the script. We all brainstormed the idea together, but those bitches fucking cooked out like 2 scripts, actually. I was looking through my Gmail, I didn't even realize they'd made 2 whole scripts. and they both were really good. I think my team's gonna do extremely well this week. I am a little nervous just because I don't do spooky ookie dookie, even though I do that all the time for these competitions. It's just not always like my favorite. I'm not the most passionate about it, but I really want to go like all out this time, get into it, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think we did good. I think my team ate, and I'm excited for you guys to see it.
So when we did film our challenge right after, I was fully stained in blood. So worth it though. Also, rip to Vin's like everything, because there's probably blood all over like everything that ever existed in her house now.
This week, I am worried for, what's their name? Is it Ultraviolet Eclipse? I'm getting good at this, y'all. I know my teams or whatever. Ultraviolet Eclipse, because Vinqxe is a jack of all trades, but I do not know if Lilith could do comedy. I don't know if that's one of her things, because I don't watch the show Tamar. And Pacifica, I would say that she's, like, can't do comedy, because I don't know. But, like, every single time I said I think she's gonna be in the bottom, she's, like, eaten. So, like, I don't know. I'm excited for this week. It's gonna be fun.
I honestly don't know how the other groups are doing. I haven't heard a lot about their challenges and all that, so I'm really nervous. Usually I'm not nervous about these kind of things, but I don't know, I'm worried that they might turn it out and then we might not do good. You never know how the week's gonna go and all that, so pray, hope for the best. I think our group did pretty well though.
I'm really excited for this week's challenge. Also, another spoiler alert, I was genuinely very, very upset and saddened by the fact that Sweettee is dropping out. Ooh, this is hitting a little harder now that I've actually said it. Yeah, so Sweettee is dropping, and I am genuinely very, very sad about that. I think Sweettee is an amazing, amazing artist, and such a phenomenal human, such a sweetheart, such a talented artist, and this competition's not going to be the same without them. I really did see me and my team being the top, like, 3, 4. I saw us all there in the finale. I genuinely did. And so, for her to be going out, for valid reasons that I completely understand, it's still disheartening. She's iconic. She's amazing. Please go follow her. The art is... her performance ability is...
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Sorry, I was singing for Sweettee's funeral. Just kidding, she didn't die. Love her though.
Kind of sad. Sweettee had to go home, but she's doing what's good for her. But there's still an elimination this week. And that means that there's now going to be a top 3 in the competition. So that's going to be really goo-goo.
So for this week, it is a team challenge, and we had to create short films. And we were assigned mystery, which thank you so much, Vin. I don't know what your reasoning behind you giving each group what genre you gave, but we had so much fucking fun doing mystery. Mystery is a genre that I haven't necessarily written comedy for before, but I was really excited to. I thought there was a good basis. We had discussed what we would do if we had gotten mystery, and that we had the most realized concept for the genre. So we were very excited to see that that was the genre we were given. And it's camp. It's funny. It's fun. I wrote that entire script in like an afternoon, but it's gonna hit. And I'm really proud of it. Vanya was such an amazing partner to play with, and I'm so happy I could let her shine. I think that the script is evenly distributed between the two of us as far as funny moments and stuff, and so I'm really proud of the end product, and I really hope we win, not just for my sake, but Vanya has done amazing in both challenges, and I think she's in that space where she's on the cusp of being in the top. And so, more than just for me, I want both Vanya and I to get this win together. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Sweettee still agreed to edit the video for us. And so, if we win this challenge, I consider it a trio win, even though she's not an actress in the video. She is an editor. She still helped us come up with the initial concept and gave us the ideas and stuff. And so, she is just as much a part of this project and final product as Vanya and I were. And so, if we win this week, it's a win for all three of us.
Hey guys, back in my car. How am I feeling about the acting challenge? I'll be honest, I was a little nervous. Also, I'm filming this after the fact, after I filmed my skit, because I lost my voice a couple weeks ago, or actually a week ago, and my voice is still recovering, so hopefully it doesn't sound too crazy. But yeah, I was a little nervous for this week because I am, out of all things, I am not an actress. So, yeah. So I'm kind of hoping that with the screenwriting, that especially with letting Becky take the lead on everything, that we pull through. And, I trust Becky's judgment on everything. So fingers crossed on that.
So it's a new week, and I'm actually kind of excited for this challenge because it's really, fun. I don't really have any ideas, but Vinqxe gave us a good sci-fi or fantasy or something. And I'm fine with that. I'm excited. My group is good. I have D, and she stayed last week, and she's really funny and all that, so that's great. And then, Lavender. Lavender is Lavender, and she doesn't always submit for group challenges, but that's okay because when she does, it's really funny, and the one that she did submit for, she won. So yeah, let's go.
So when it came to the script writing, my team was kind of messy, not messy, all over the place. At first we were gonna all call and talk about what we want to do, but then everyone would just not call for a week. And one night I was just tired, and I was like, you know what, Cabaretta, you can write the script for us, and we can just do it, because I just want the script to be written and for us to have something to present. And I'm gonna edit it because I didn't want Cabaretta to do everything. So I volunteered to edit it, and so Cabaretta wrote the script, I'm editing, and Lavender is just there, I guess. She's just gonna serve puss in the acting scene. So it started off messy, but I feel it's all coming together now. So
So I'm actually at work, slaying. I was mopping the floor, and I get a text because this night we were supposed to, in my group, call to write the script. And then I found out, I knew that Lavender was busy, so I was expecting her to not be there, but D is she's hours behind, so it's 7 o'clock for her, 8 o'clock maybe, and she's like, I'm going to bed. I got school in the morning. You can write it. You guys can write it by yourself, without me. And I was like, by myself, because Lavender's busy too. So, I was trying not to be negative about it. I wrote the whole thing by myself overnight so everybody could have time to submit. And, it's harder, I think, because, Priscilla wrote it by herself, hers by herself, because she's in a group alone. But it's better because she's acting it by herself, and she doesn't have to, like, I'm writing it for other people too, and so they have to understand, like, the jokes and everything and how to say them and stuff. But we're not calling, so I can't really explain to them, and then when I asked them about it, they didn't say anything, so I just wrote a script overnight, and I didn't have Dee's, like, funniness, and I didn't have Lavender, whatever. I did my best.
So as the editor, I obviously need everyone's, videos. I make my video, and Cabaretta makes the stuff she needs to do, and Lavender, nowhere to be found. I asked Lavender for her video, and she's just like, oh, I forgot to make it. This is due on Wednesday at like 11:59. Bitch, it's Wednesday. 8 p.m. Bitch, the fuck are you doing? Talking about, I forgot. The fuck? So we decided to just like replace Lavender with like a pink screen with text. Replace her with a pink screen with text. And I don't think she's planning on, fully submitting her shit. Another time where Lavender disappoints me in a team challenge.
As of now, I don't know if Lavender's recorded. Let's hope she pulls something out of her booty. What else could I talk about? There's a storm going on. It's so crazy.
Here's me, gagging. So, time has come to submit. I've recorded everything. I felt puss in my video. I felt very puss with my human wig on and everything. But anyways, Dee filmed hers. Dee decided to edit so she could like be a part of the group, which I thought was nice. It's a risk letting someone else edit because I wrote the script and we didn't talk about the script. So but Dee's funny, so I thought that it would be okay. And then Lavender. I've become the newest victim because Lavender didn't submit anything and it's past the due date. And so, we edited in the spots where there was supposed to be Lavender. We just edited her parts of the script, her lines in pink. And you can see what she was supposed to say, but it doesn't really give the effect because I was trying to have Lavender be like screamy and bimbo-y. But like with just lines, it's hard to follow the story. It still makes me laugh. Don't get me wrong, it still makes me laugh. But, it's just hard to follow the story. And, if I'm in the bottom, if me and Dee have to, or if me and Lavender or something like that have to lip sync because she didn't, if me and Dee are in the bottom because of her, it's so fucked up.
Hello everyone and welcome to Clash of Drag Season 4 All Stars, Episode 3. This episode I challenged my artists to do movie skits inspired by each different genre, each group getting a different genre. And the teams are the teams presented at the start of the season. Let's start off with Topaz's Duels, with the genre of sci-fi/fantasy.
In a dystopian future, the Fifth Badussi War rages on. In the year 6669, Flaptropica is defending themselves from a huge attack by the Deboisian Empire. Three Scissor Sisters are doing it for themselves, as the Anita triplets are riding the floating pink train to defend Gag City from that bullet fragment foot ass bitch and deliver General Trisha Paytas a very important bag of chips.
I know I need a big huge long sausage right now, but I see the pink towers in sight.
These chips are everything.
Girls, wait, can you hear that? It's the Gag City National Anthem. We're about to land. Quick, run!
Whoa, that was a close one. Almost knocked my bob off. Quick, grab the deflapilator.
Now, who wanna get me pregnant in my ass?
No one, girl. Get up. We gotta go get General Trisha. Let's go.
Who speaks for the chickens, for the dogs, for the cats, for the cows? We milk and we milk and we milk and they say, ah!
Trisha, you brought your chips. Who told them our location?
It was me.
Yeah, that's right, man. General Chad Vanderbite of the Boysian Empire, bro. You two stupid heads let me strike the Trisha, man. Fire, no cap.
Mama, kudos for saying that. For spilling.
No, bro, what are you doing?
Hey, you, my 40-inch wig.
Bro, I'm dying, bro. Chad Vanderbite. Sigma. Mega. Giga Chad. Out.
No, Nita. We did it. No, actually, you're right. I did it. It was on me.
These chips are everything.
Now it's time to move on to the 3 Popperteers with the theme of mystery.
Salutations. We are here about a call for a murder. My name's Casey Closed. Right behind me is my partner, Anita Clue.
Oh, it's a lovely evening today, isn't it, sir?
I'm Cabaretta. Please come in. Shut the door. I discovered the body upstairs and called immediately.
So, who's our victim in this case?
Lex Vanderbite. I discovered the body when I went to find another gorgeous black wig to wear for the next challenge. What the H? There were only three people in the house besides myself. It was Scarlett, Giving Rain, and Priscilla. And then these were left at the scene of the crime.
A red pumps.
No, dear, they're not a pair of birds. But, according to my calculations, the killer could not be Priscilla.
Why not?
Because this implied that the killer was wearing shoes, which, if you saw Priscilla 2 weeks ago, well, you know.
Right. So who does that leave?
Well, that leaves Giving Rain and Scarlett.
Am I not a suspect?
No, because typically the killer is someone interesting. So, you can go now. You've given us enough exposition.
I guess I'll just go pray to Marilyn for a win. Please, Marilyn. I need to win, Marilyn.
Let's go upstairs and see if we can get any more clues. So both have a clear motive.
I love motor.
No, dear. Motivation for committing the crime. Scarlett would be next in line to take over Lex's comp, and giving Rain is, well, giving Rain. But nonetheless, she saw her as a rival. However, the red pumps do make me think it was Miss Scarlett with the H in the closet.
OMG, look.
What, where?
A window.
Anita, we've been over this. You can't keep getting excited over window. Wait, what is that?
OMG, look.
Jesus Christ, Anita! You nearly...
No.
Where did you get this?
Under the body.
Ooh. What did it say?
You know I went to public school, right?
Right. Nothing can stop this Rain woman.
It's giving rain! Giving rain?
There's a train stub on here for New Mexico.
You mean Mexico, right?
No. According to my calculations, it does in fact say New Mexico. Who the fuck leaves a train ticket stub at the scene of a crime that you committed? I'll notify the New Mexico Police Department about her arrival. Consider this case closed. Poor Lex. Even her murder is as uneventful as this most recent All-Star season of Clash.
Except for Rebecca, she's mean.
Right? What a total bitch cunt. Couldn't be me. I'm so full of love. Speaking of love, you wanna go get some sushi with me, my love?
Yay, weed.
Actually, never mind. Let's get out of here.
Next up, we have Team Ultraviolet Eclipse with the theme of horror.
I'm here.
Oh my god, girl, I have to show you something.
If it's a new episode of Grey's Anatomy, I don't want to hear
Look
it.
what I found. I stole it from my brother's room.
What is it?
I don't know. I heard you can like talk to spirits with it or something.
What should we ask it first?
They don't even know who we are. Maybe we should introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Piper, and this is Riley.
Okay.
H E L L O.
Okay, Piper, really quick. No matter what, you promise you'll stay with me?
Of course.
Okay. I'm ready. Spirits, do you want to say anything to us?
B E H I N D You?
Okay, I am totally freaked
You're
out.
not supposed to take your fingers off of it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got scared.
Riley, are you okay? Riley, I'm gonna move it to goodbye now, okay?
No, don't leave. Come on, girl. Are you gonna get on the bed or not and watch Grey's Anatomy? This new episode I'm telling you, oh my gosh, so good. We're coming, Mom. Do you get Marco's? Come on, let's go.
Which photo was that? Your 3000th one?
Oh, I'm sorry. You were the one who posted a bad Instagram picture of me. Now I have to repay for it.
I don't think that's how that works.
Whatever. You know Marcus could have seen that.
Hey. Hey, Riley?
What's up?
Never mind. Nothing.
Oh, Meredith Grey, you did not. What?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
What do you think it was?
Honestly, maybe my mom or something.
Girl, why is the lamp on?
I'm sorry, my wrist hurt and I'm freaked out.
Okay, all I know is that I have to go to the bathroom really, really bad.
No, you don't.
Riley, let me in. This isn't funny.
What are you doing?
Riley, what are you doing?
Okay, 1 second.
Close the door.
Piper, I'm coming.
Help me. Help me.
Piper. Piper. The light. Piper. Piper. Girl, what are you doing? You're not being funny. Piper. 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 Piper, where are you?
Help me.
I hear you. I'm coming. Oh, fuck it. What are you doing? Piper? Piper!
Don't be silly, Riley. I am Piper.
Where are you? What? Please just let us go. We're just kids. We thought it was a game. A silly board game. Stop. Please, I'm in so much pain. Piper. Piper. Piper, I'm coming. Piper. Piper. Are you okay? Obviously not. I'm gonna get you help. Come on. Come on. What can we do? We need to go.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry for... You're so sorry for what?
I'm so sorry. That you think this is over.
Lastly, we have Teen Cocaine with the genre of romance.
Hello everyone, I am your host Charles Dickhole and welcome back to Sad Hopeless Losers who desperately need jobs, try dating. Today we have Anita Darling,
who is a minor, so this is extremely illegal, but that didn't stop Drake, and it won't stop me either. Everyone welcome, Anita.
Yes, thank you for having me, Charles. What a lovely day. Our first contestant comes all the way from Kentucky. Welcome, Jenna Putang. Jenna, what are you looking for in your future girl?
What are the girls that like Amazon shopping? Like my truck? Like KFC? And Amazon Prime? They're the little spoons. They got sleep insomnia. They have suicide. Where are they at? I'm looking for it, baby.
You make me violently uncomfortable. Thank you for that. Anita, what are your thoughts? Jenna, I'm sorry. I'm a man. Our second contestant comes all the way from Washington, D.C. Please welcome former First Lady Hillary Clinton. I don't know who made Pokemon Go, but we're gonna try to get them to Pokemon Go to the pole. Tic-tac-toe. A winner. Hillary, that made absolutely no sense. Please take your medication. I am Hillary Clinton and I approve this message. To the 6 people who are still watching the show, please welcome Moochie the Mime. Moochie, please tell us about yourself. Could have definitely said it better myself. Anita, how do you feel? Mooch, Mr. Moochie the Mime, may I call you Mooch? Mooch, this whole vow of silence so sexy. Why'd you ever come on the show? To the 3 people who actually made it this far, welcome to the choosing ceremony. Anita, who are you gonna pick? Will it be Jenna Putang from Kentucky, Hillary Clinton from Washington, D.C., or Moochie the Mime from Sarpy County, Missouri? Well, Charles, this was a very difficult decision, as I have been in the worst. I don't care. Who you're picking? I have decided to choose Mr. Moochie the Mime. Come over here.
I need your love, I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I've come alive. I need to be free with you too.
Next week, we will be visiting this low-life, sad loser. Stay tuned.
Before we get to critiques and ignore the lace, been a rough night. Believe me, this is the end of the night. I would like to give a warm welcome to this week's guest judge. I would like to give a warm welcome to not only someone who I would think is a good friend of mine, but also the host of the legendary competition known as T4. Give it up for Alexa Terrestrial. Thank you, everyone. I have made some decisions. But first, let's get on to critiques. I'm just going to critique you all in individual performances. So not individually, just your performances as a group. But I will mention each and every one of you. Let's start off with Topaz's Jewels with Dee and Cabaretta. I know that Lavender kind of got the short end of the stick of this challenge and didn't really do anything. With that being said, I tried to ignore it. I was extremely confused. The names were too long for me to figure out what was going on. That's just the first thing. The second thing is I didn't quite get the plot story. It just kind of seemed like you were trying to throw too many jokes in without a real story. And I'll get into how that could be fixed later on in critiques while I'm critiquing someone else's group, because you'll see why.
Y'all, this was crazy. I don't know what's happening. I really don't. But it made it somehow entertaining. But not having Lavender there made it feel like this is gonna sound so stupid, but it made it feel like it was like those silent movies where it's like a video and then the text on the fly is back. The fly is back. I can hear it and I just saw it. Anyways.
Now, I hate to say it because I love you both, but I did not enjoy this personally. I know that you were definitely hindered by Lavender not submitting, so I definitely think maybe things went less to plan than they should have. But I feel like even if she was there, the plot didn't really seem cohesive to me. I was very confused as to what was going on. It seemed more like you were going for comedy that didn't land as opposed to sci-fi fantasy. I do appreciate that even without Lavender, you did try to emphasize what her parts would have been and say, hey, maybe we didn't get what we wanted to, but this is how it would have played out. I definitely feel like it was kind of hard to keep track with the pink boxes. It was just like, I'll skip over them, wait for Dee and Cabaretta. As good as you looked, I feel like you could have definitely switched up your looks. Most other people, how they presented themselves played into the movie genre that they were given, and I feel like this was just looking at Dee and Cabaretta for the most part, except Dee's wig came off a little bit. If you were maybe, I don't want to say green, be stereotypical, but just switching up the looks I think would have helped. I don't know how placements are going to work because of Lavender not submitting, but I pray that you two are not in the bottom, because I don't want either of you to go home. Everyone has their strengths, but I think this was just a week where you both really struggled for me.
Moving on to the three puppeteers, we have Vanya and Becky. This week, Becky, you knocked it out of the park. Every single character that you played worked for you, and it worked for the story. And I want to say every single one of your jokes had landed, especially with pulling through with the story, because I could definitely see a real story in there. And honestly, you probably actually had my favorite story. Becky, you really, really nailed it. You have some of probably my favorite jokes in Clash of Drag history. Vanya, on the other hand, I don't think you were necessarily bad. I think that a lot of your jokes really were landing, but there were some that missed the mark for me, and I don't necessarily love the character. I probably would have edited it a little bit more because it's very generic. In every acting challenge that you could think of, you could probably find a clone of your character somewhere, and I don't think that it's necessarily a problem. I just would have liked to see some uniqueness because I think that your jokes would have landed better that way.
First of all, your joke's hilarious. The one where it's like, what the H? And that is such my humor. So good. That made me audibly laugh. That was just really funny. But I wish that you guys edited your clips to be shorter, because I felt like sometimes there was this awkward pause in between. Going back from Vanya to Becky, it was a slightly awkward pause. And I feel like if you just shortened it a little bit, it would have been better. Not that it was bad, it was really good. Another wish that I have is that Vanya, you didn't, like, I get that you're, like, supposed to be, like, a dumb bitch, but I feel like you could have been, like, overly dumb with it, because I feel like you were just, like, kind of playing it safe a little bit. Becky definitely had the most jokes, therefore Becky's shown more, and I think y'all did a really good job this week, too. Everybody did so good. What is up with this? Like, the clip where, like, giving rate, or someone is out on the street and, like, this, that part killed me. Whoever that was, props to you. You win this challenge. The person who is on the street, you get to win this challenge. Congrats.
I think that it was a good job. I think, Becky, you overshadowed Vanya, which is good for you, maybe not so much for Vanya. I think all of the parts that you played, Becky, you hit, and especially considering, I don't know if it's Cabaretta, I'm sorry on pronunciation, considering I'm not too familiar with her, the fact that you could still portray her and make me laugh, I thought made you look very good. I'm assuming it was you that was Lex in the closet. That took me off guard for a split second. I was like, wait a minute, is she really there? But that was very good. Your main character that you played, the detective, whose name I can't remember, my apologies. You looked like the final boss of Discord mods. Like, the kittenation of Becky Starr needs to be studied. I'd say just for a couple of the maybe end parts of the scenes, I think it does play into Vanya's character of kind of like being the stupid, like, dumb bimbo character. But if like a second or two could have been chopped off certain scenes, because it seemed like just at parts we'd get a line out and then it would be until we moved on to the next scene, which it was fine. Maybe to make it feel more like part of a movie, more backing track or more sound effects would have helped. And going back to Vanya's character, I do think it was just a touch one note for me. I know that it's Instagram drag, so it's not, YouTube drag, so it's not that serious. But having the like straight detective and then the kind of like stupid detective, it's a little bit overdone. I feel like your character didn't really go anywhere while you hit the character and you did a good job with it. I will say the ending didn't really, it wasn't, not conclusive for me, but there wasn't really a payoff. You're like, oh, it's giving rain, that's a joke at the end. It didn't really feel like very impactful. How, not in obviously the same character, but how Scary Movie, for example, Doofy is one of the main characters who is very, played for laughs, very comedic, but then at the end is revealed to be like, wait, he's really smart, he's been the mastermind behind this whole thing. I think if Vanya's character would have had that moment and Vanya would have been the person that killed Lex, I think that would have been great. Vanya, I don't think you've won yet, so I think you could have added like, oh, my challenge win frustration kind of thing. So I think that would have been good. I feel like it also would have fleshed out your character a bit more and given you more to do instead of taking a backseat to Becky. So for me, I would say, Becky, you did your 10s, you did your big ones with this. Vanya, you still did a good job, but just a bit overshadowed for me personally.
Moving on to Team Ultraviolet Eclipse. This team, you were one of the only ones that did it serious, and I really appreciated the seriousness because you were the only one who did it. And with horror, you really knocked it out of the park. You took your advantage with having both of you meet up, Vinqxe and Pacifica. Pacifica, you absolutely carried this team, in my opinion. There was not a moment in time that I was questioning your ability, because you are an actor and you nailed it on the head. And I just want to say congratulations, because this is not easy to pull off a character like your character, and I think you really rose to the occasion. I would have really liked to see more of Lilith's performance, because Lilith didn't really show anything that much. She did have a little bit of a villainous moment. I would have liked to see more scenes and more lines from her, though.
Hello, Team Ultraviolet Eclipse. Y'all popped off this week. Y'all really snapped. Y'all did your 1, 2, 3. Get it? Because there's 3 of you. Speaking of comedy, I like that you guys took the serious route instead of the comedic route. That made y'all really, like, stand out. And I'm such a wuss when it comes to horror. When I was watching this on my lunch break, I was shaking my boots. I was in the break room, like, it was pretty terrifying. The suspense elements, so good. I love the storyline too. Like, I don't want to call it cliche because it definitely wasn't cliche, but it's definitely like that one, like, I bought a Ouija board over and we're gonna play a game, and then everyone gets possessed. I love that storyline. It's just, I just love it. My only wish for your guys' group was that Lilith was shown a little bit more, because I feel like Pacifica and Vin really took, like, their spotlight, but I feel like Lilith could have been incorporated, like, somehow. Like, she could have been, like, a friend, too. I mean, it would have made it less fluid since, like, Pacifica and Vin were together. But, nonetheless, I think Lilith just could have had a bigger part, or mini parts. I love the ending, where y'all were like, let's get you help. Like, that happens in every horror movie, and I'm such a sucker for that. Like, the final people sitting in the ambulance, like, wrapped in their blanket, and they're like, I love that. I'm such a sucker for that.
Now, Team Horror, baby, sorry if you can hear my dog snoring. You ate down. Like, historically, online competitions, if the challenge isn't lip sync or runway based, it's kind of cringy to watch for me. This was very good. Again, I apologize for pronunciation. Vinqxe, I think that's how you say it. Vinqxe and Pacifica, I don't know what the relationship is between the two of you, but the fact that you were together in person helped your scenes flow so much more than the others. The acting was also very good. Pacifica, you are the standout of this for me, I will say that, but everyone in this group held their own. Like, it gagged me. I feel like yours will be the shortest critique because there wasn't much for me to say. Pacifica, like I said, especially going from the kind of like regular girl character at the start, and it was a nice gradual transition from like the cut on the arm to the just full-on possession at the end. Your group's was the longest, but it didn't feel like the longest. My only thing that I would say was, as like a horror or like movie short on its own, this was great, amazing, 10 out of 10. But Lilith, I'd say for like, it's a competition at the end of the day, only one person can win. I feel like your role, there wasn't really a shot for you to win with it. Like, this was definitely Pacifica and Vinqxe's moment, and you were kind of in the background. You weren't like all top billing. They were clearly, they're the main characters and you're at the back. The part you played, it was creepy. You did it very well, but I feel like I'm not sure which order these are going to air in, but I said to Becky and Vanya, how Vanya took a back step to Becky. Lilith, I do feel like Pacifica and Vinqxe did outshine you, but you still did an amazing job. This, if it's able to be a top 3, put it in, please.
And lastly, we have Team Cocaine, which is just Priscilla. I think you did an interesting take with the love show, and I appreciated it. I kind of liked it. It was great. It was really fun. It was really cute. I do think that at one point, I was just like, where did we go with this? Because if you're going to do a love show and not someone killing some. It was just really confusing. I didn't understand it with the clown. But your Hillary Clinton was really great, and especially the TikTok at the end. I need your love. That was really good. And I really appreciate it. So good job.
You surprised me this week, because remembering back from your variety show, your music video, a little interesting. So I was like curious to see how the editing situation was going to work out, and you definitely surprised me, because the editing was definitely like brain rot level editing, and I don't know, it's just like something about that editing just makes everything so entertaining to me, and like I was like locked in the whole time. I mean, like, other videos were like, okay, this is gonna sound shady, but other videos I was like sitting through it and I was like, damn, it's like a 5-minute long video that I have to sit through. And then like at like the 2-minute mark, things started to get boring. Yours was the one that I was like consistently like at a level throughout the whole thing. Like, I don't really have any notes for you.
Miss Parsley, your mind needs to be studied. Anytime I see a submission from you in any comp, regardless of if it's like a lip sync or a runway or a challenge like this, you always seem to put like your own spin on it. Like, everything you do is hilarious to me. I don't know if we share similar humor. Considering you had romance, I feel like that's kind of hard to do. I feel like it would have been very easy to go in the traditional, let's have a love story route, but making it kind of like game show-esque and having all of the characters. I don't know if this is her real name, but Miss Jenna, like, Poontang Girl, whoever the person is that plays that, she is all over my feed. I burst out laughing when I watched that. I've watched each of these submissions 3 times. I watched them for the first time when I got up. I watched them for the second time when I wrote critiques, and I watched them for the third time just before I record. It kills me every time. I know you're not meant to laugh at like every video, that's not the aim, but every time I've watched it, that has like never failed to put a smile on my face. You did her well. Hillary was a bit random. You did her well. And Moochie the Mime, loved. I feel like your characters were so like random, but they all worked in this. The flow was amazing, but it definitely, it was, I guess, an important part, but it got dragged down for me when we got to Moochie's backstory. That played for very long for me. I could have cut that entire thing out and had Moochie just be like this mysterious killer or whatever his thing is. Just don't need to know about him. Felt a bit like over-explanation to me. I feel like maybe you could have filled that slot better with like maybe asking each of the contestants a question or having an extra character thrown in. So it was still very funny, except for that part. That dragged it down for me. I would have cut that out. You doing the TikTok Ellie Goulding at the end, girl, you're crazy, especially considering you were on your own. You didn't really have anyone to bounce your ideas off of. So I praise you extra for that, but maybe that kind of worked in your favour. So there was no one to tell you no or like push your ideas down. So especially for being on your own, this was still a very good job. I don't know how placements are going to work because of Lavender not being here. I pray you're not lying.
Thank you, I've made my decisions. Team Ultraviolet Eclipse, consisting of Vinqxe, Pacifica, and Lilith Violette. Congratulations, you are the winner of this week's challenge. You deserved it 100%.
Y'all, I won. My track record is win, win, win. Can it be win, 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 win? I don't know. It was really cool to kind of see the whole theme to come together, and Lilith was so good with working with us. It literally tied everything together so well.
So, congratulations, you have won a cameo from a specific person. So, I'm not gonna reveal it, I'll just let it speak for itself.
Hi, I'm talking to you, Team Ultraviolet Eclipse, meaning Vin, Pacifica, Lilith.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
I'm Thorgy Thor from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 8 and All Stars 3, TLC's Dragnificent Thorgy and the Thorchestra, and I am here with Phaedra Faded, my drag sister from Brooklyn. And I think peeing in the bathroom over there.
She's doing a line of coke.
Don't tell anyone. You're so gross.
The whole rail.
This is Kaya Crystal,
I'm touching up my makeup.
amazing singer, cabaret star, and going to be in P-Town all summer long?
Yes.
At the Crown Theater or something?
The Crown and Anchor.
Crown and Anchor. Okay, anyway. So, listen, I wrote this down in front of me because I have no idea.
Let me help you.
Phaedra
Let me
was
help
like,
you.
okay, so
this is what's
we're
happening.
talking to Team Ultraviolet Eclipse.
We have, say their name, Vinqxe.
Okay.
Vinqxe, Lilith Violet, and Pacifica Moon. Y'all won for the horror
game.
genre. Horror
in a
genre.
movie skit drama.
Oh, honey, they won
Contest.
the Oscar. They won
I feel
the
like
Oscar.
Alaska when she goes,
honey,
it's the pageant contest.
super ultra supermodel
of the world.
Y'all ate. That's all we need to know. Y'all ate.
Anyway, you're getting
Y'all did
3
that.
queens for one.
3 queens for one.
And apparently this is the prize, is a message from us. So we're all drinking
We're
something.
all drinking something. Listen.
We're gonna
I
get
have
you so
one.
drunk. Oh, a whole bottle.
Oh, God.
And we just finished the Thorchestra show in Boston, so hello from Boston.
Hello
And
from
congratulations to Team Vinqxe.
Yes.
Lilith Violet, Pacifica Moon.
Team Ultraviolet.
For horror.
Her.
Oh my God! Halloween is right around the corner. What do you do for Halloween?
Child,
I'm probably gonna do nothing at all. Or maybe I'll go as a
I
straight man.
love Halloween. Do y'all
That
love
would be, like,
Halloween?
scary.
We love Halloween. We love
Bye-bye.
Halloween. Cheers.
The 3 Puppeteers, consisting of Becky and Vanya. Congratulations, you are high safe. Team Cocaine, you are safe. That consists of Priscilla. Congratulations, you are safe. Meaning the bottom group this week is Team Topaz's Jewels, consisting of Cabaretta, D, and Lavender. But before we go any further, Cabaretta and D, you guys are going to be low safe. Lavender, unfortunately, this is your time to be eliminated because I cannot deal with a non-submission. So unfortunately, you're going to have to be chopped here. I love your work and continue to do some amazing things. But as of right now, I have to say goodbye to you in the competition.
So my team's in the fucking bottom because Lavender didn't want to submit, and Lavender doesn't even care. It's really so like baffling to me that bitch don't care. That bitch don't give a fuck. Like, she really like just wanted to quit, and like, if you wanted to quit, just quit. Don't ruin shit for us. Do what Sweettee did and just quit if you really wanted to do that. And she over here making jokes like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You ruined this shit for all of us, and now you over here joking and laughing. Bitch, this shit ain't funny. This is my second time in the bottom now because of Lavender. This is why I hate fucking team challenges. I wish this was like at least judged individually, or at least like done individually. Like, I don't like team challenges because what the fuck? I'm always screwed.
So I'm low. Me and D are low. And it just sucks because I've been trying to have this like... I haven't had this most successful track record, and you know, now is supposed to be the time where I was supposed to take off. And I was just trying to get anything, and I had to write this whole script by myself, and in like one night, and I did all that work, and I submitted on time, and I looked so puss for nothing, because of my teammate who got us in the bottom, because our story doesn't make sense now because there's no Lavender in it. Like,